Hello and welcome to this week's Summer Scoop. Instead of trying a different ice cream today, wanted to give you a few scoops of some facts about ice cream. The first is that before milk-based ice creams were a thing, ice cream actually was created from ice. So it was an ice-based treat. So maybe you wondered, why is ice cream called ice cream? There you go. That's how it started. The second is, you ever notice how ice cream, when it melts and then refreezes, maybe you're like me, you like your ice cream slightly melted, a little more creamy, a little more soft. When it refreezes, it's a different texture. You ever notice that? Because of its molecular structure, there's all these little air bubbles that it's created, and when they thaw, it actually changes those, and those air bubbles release, and then it refreezes, and it's a different texture. So there you go. There's some useless facts for that. The final fact is, maybe you're an ice cream cone lover. Maybe there's something for you about a cone, like the little baby cone that's really crispy and flaky, or maybe a waffle cone, like a fresh waffle cone. There's nothing better than a fresh waffle cone. Waffle cones, as the story goes, were invented in 1904. So something about the year 1904 was just significant and monumental. Well, part of that year was ice cream cones were invented. That's your current week of Summer Scoop facts about ice cream. With all that helpful knowledge, I want to give you some maybe more helpful, relevant information as it relates to engaging and staying informed in what's happening at Journey this summer. This past weekend, we talked about, Pastor Caleb led us in the Beatitudes, these words of Jesus around the culture, the behaviors, the characteristics of his kingdom, of the kingdom of God that has been ushered in by Jesus in his life and his ministry. And just a really powerful morning. I would encourage you, if you weren't a part of Sunday, either in person or online, please go find that podcast, go find that video, and be encouraged in your walk with Jesus as you live out the kingdom. And one of the things that struck me was that Caleb really talked about how Jesus invited us to live his kingdom right now. That his kingdom was at hand, and that we can live the characteristics, the culture, and build the kingdom right here and right now. And that sometimes that creates friction. Sometimes that creates what even Jesus called persecution. And when we experience that, we can take heart because we know that Jesus is working in and through us in those situations. That persecution, that friction sometimes is not a bad thing. Sometimes it's evidence of us actually making progress and becoming more and more like him and like how he wants us to live as part of his kingdom. So again, if you didn't get a chance to watch that message, please go back and find that and access that via YouTube or the podcast, and be encouraged as you live out the kingdom of God. Another thing we celebrated and were reminded of again on Sunday was the July 16 outdoor baptisms. In just this powerful day, we got to share, so many of us together, that 19 people responded to this act of baptism, this outward symbol of an inward change, of an inward transformation. And so we're just continuing to be grateful and thanking Jesus for his work in and among us. And if you've never taken the step of baptism, I want to encourage you to do that. You can respond and get plugged in, get more information at thejchurch.com/hub. And that would just allow us to follow up and start a conversation around you maybe taking that step of baptism. Really this outward symbol that I'm with Jesus, that he's changed me, and that I'm following him. So just really celebrating that. This past Sunday, our Nicaragua team landed on the ground, and so continue to pray for them as they serve and make a difference and partner with Kingdom Work in Nicaragua. And just looking forward to all the stories, all the good things that will come from those trips. Our next team will leave the first week of August, and so please just cover both those teams in prayer, and let's just be believing and cheering them on as they go. Another thing that's happening this week is people are serving at the Pregnancy Resource Center in Grand Rapids, and that's an ongoing partnership for us. If you may recall, in December, we gave part of our December big give to the Pregnancy Resource Center, and really just a unique opportunity that the PRC has to partner with young moms and young babies and young lives as they try to help them in this pivotal and this really big transition for so many of them make wise and life-giving decisions for for people in that situation. So thanks for your generosity. Thanks to those of you who have served. There will be more opportunities to serve at the PRC coming up. On the serving, we talked about this Sunday, but please be on the lookout for more opportunities to serve as we get into late summer and the fall. Fall is really a time that a lot of things launch and a lot of things are going on in our community. So just have your eyes and ears open for more information about how to serve and make a tangible difference in our communities. One more thing I want to invite you to is our First Tuesday prayer and worship, August 1st, 6:30 p.m. at the Caledonia location. We did not have First Tuesday the month of July, and so looking forward to continuing to starting back up that rhythm. And I really want to invite you to be there. It's going to be a powerful time. I believe a lot of us will be refreshed and encouraged and inspired from that time. So bring a friend, invite a friend, or bring a spouse or family member, and join us for First Tuesday prayer and worship on August 1st. I'm looking forward to continuing through our series, The Gospel of Matthew. So we'll see you in a Journey location or online this Sunday. Caledonia, Middleville online, continuing to journey through the Gospel of Matthew. Looking forward to all that Jesus will continue to do in and through us as we live in his kingdom by the power of his Spirit. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.